J. Cole versus Kendrick Lamar. We're going to have that debate tonight.
Why?
You don't want to have that? I like that one.
For what? Why? Why is it a debate? Why you can't just appreciate what they bring?
Because both of them bring about a little difference, but the same. They both have the same. Initiative.
They have content. Music. Their music is content driven.
Yeah.
Like it has content behind it. Why I want to debate them? I'm not about to put them against each other. That's not my thing, yo. Not that.
Okay. We won't have to debate like that, but who do you think makes the better music? Who?
I can't even say with both of them because both of them make good music.
You just said
two different kinds of.
This nigga just said not like
music,
that,
but the same music. They're both speaking on the same kind of content, but just different ways.
And this nigga just said not like that. But who makes better music? Like the fuck, nigga, they ain't at the same conversation.
But who does? Like, who would you put on first if you were on a ride? If you were going down to see Mom and them, who are you putting on first?
I would have the way my music is set up.
It would be reggae, but since it's not going to be jam rock on the way down to the Met.
No, what I was going to say is they would both pop up because it would be like
the same genre, kind of like the same type of music.
Yeah,
they're both speaking on the same things, but just different ways. You see what I'm saying? They're both speaking on issues that we all can relate to, but they both have a different way.
Like J. Cole just has to me. It's just a more refined approach to music. That's all it is. Like, he has a more refined approach to it, but it's still thorough. You know what I mean? Like, none of them are soft, yo. Like, I give both of them much credit. Nigga, if anybody, who else am I going to listen to really out here like that right now?
Do you think that they get the credit that they deserve as artists?
No.
Of course not.
Because they're speaking truths. That's just all it is. They're trying to enlighten us with their music. You know what I'm saying? But nobody wants nobody to hear that. So, of course, they're not going to get the recognition that they deserve. Because if too many people listen, they're going to open their minds and get rowdy. You know how people think. You see what I'm saying? But that's not the case.
Okay. Like, you gotta see, and that's the thing. Like, y'all about to let this Verzuz do some shit to y'all, man. Like,
that's what
y'all about. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man.
Okay, at least
nobody wants to appreciate anything. Oh, who's better? Who's better?
Of course, I say something.
And just put people against each other to cause more havoc to try to make people. The East Coast, West Coast shit.
That's like this nigga. Oh, we gotta get rid of one. Who's it gonna be? Mary J. or Tony or R. Kelly? Who we gonna get rid of? Like, damn, that's what y'all are.
What I'm saying is, at least they're worthy of it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
They're two artists who are worthy to do a versus against each other. They have the.
But then they probably wouldn't even let that happen because of the stuff they talk about. Like, that's one they probably would not let happen. Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. Because the stuff they talk about is to enlighten us. You know what I'm saying? Like, open our eyes to certain things. They don't want that to happen. So that's something they probably wouldn't let happen. Because too many people will tune into it and too many people pay attention.
I'm just saying.
You know, I mean, that's just my opinion.
They let everybody else get a verse. It's like, I believe, like, and the reason why I brought that up is, it's a topic I see a lot brought up about J. Cole and Kendrick and stuff like that. But when they were talking about their catalogs really weren't solidified like that, like they are now. Like right now, both of them have decent bodies of work that you can look back on and be like, okay, now we.
Bro, they got they have content. Like that's words have meanings. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm all about content. They like. That is who I would gravitate towards before I put on any of this other shit, unless I'm about to go out into a nightlife venue. You see what I'm saying? Like that.
Unless I'm going to go out that night.
Yeah, unless I'm about to go act ignorant somewhere, nigga. Like, that's what I'm going to play. Because I'm not about to go act ignorant with them niggas in the background. That would not. Right. That's just not the vibe I get from
that. Ain't even what they talking about. You
know what I mean? Oh man, I hate you sometimes. Holcomb,
I'm here to make a good show, and that makes a good show. That debate is the debate people really want to hear. Like, who do you think? Because that's always a topic.
and we in Carolina too, yo. Like,
And that's another thing. We're in Carolina.
I wouldn't even fix my mouth to say something negative about somebody that's holding it down for the state like that.
And I'm telling you,
because
I
you have
Cole 1,000 times.
And I was about to say, think about who's the other person representing here, or the other couple cast. B.D.U.B is really the other face. So look at the extreme alternative you have between these two artists.
No doubt.
You see what I'm saying? So if you try to pit or put somebody against each other with as far as what they bring, okay, but they have entirely different music. But that's what I'm saying. Like J. Cole and Kendrick, oh man, that's just mean, bro.
I put them together because those are the two cats that I respect the most out of this era, with the exception of Drake. Like, those are the two cats, when you talk about hip hop, they'll be on the first mention list when you talk about this era of hip hop, or maybe a little bit further back. I don't know if they're still considered this era, but when you talk about whatever era they're from, they're going to be the first mention because that's how dope they were. Now, for me, J. Cole gets the boring knock, which Nas used to get the boring knock.
It just depends on what you're playing.
Right.
I like Kendrick, but I don't love him like how a lot of people love him. I don't love Kendrick like that. I love J. Cole like that.
He need either.
Who, Kendrick?
He gets, he's out there, but he's not put out there like he should really be put out there because of the things he talk about. Like I said, in this music industry, there's stuff they don't want you to know, and there's things that they do want you to know. And that's why they have certain people on the front line of things and certain people on the back of things. Because people that's talking that bullshit, they want you to hear that more than they want you to hear somebody speaking the truth that will, tell you where you're from, how you are, what you're supposed to be. They don't want you to know that. So they're not going to give them as much publicity and give them much attention that they would somebody that's spitting bullshit. Because the music sounds good, people are going to listen. When people listen, they start to pay attention. And when they start to pay attention, they start to get knowledgeable. And they don't want you to get that strength. So they're going to keep spitting that bullshit and make that, out there what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole got good music too. But they're able to put his out there a little bit more than Kendrick Lamar's. Because Kendrick Lamar go a little deeper than J. Cole go. And Kendrick Lamar go deep. He go deep. And they don't want you to hear that. They don't want you to hear that. They don't want you to hear what he's saying because what he's saying is truth.
I think that plays into a lot why Kendrick doesn't get out, because sometimes he might go a little bit too deep. Like, like you said, Kendrick be like...
But that's what we need.
Kendrick be deep.
That's what we need, though.
Because
people been deep, but not too deep, but we paid attention to it, but not really. You know what I'm saying? But when he's going deep, they're like, oh, he really said that. You're going to pay attention to it. And you're going to play it back to hear it again to make sure that's what you heard. But if you pay attention too much, you'll start to get that, in you, and they don't want that. You feel me? No, that's real shit, though. Like,
what's going to happen? This is how I feel. This is what we went through in my era, and this is what's going to happen here. Like how we wanted Jay-Z and Nas to do an album that never came to fruition is how this era, or, a little bit before this era, want J. Cole and Kendrick to do an album, and it's not going to come to fruition.
But Jay-Z and I had beef. So that's probably why that didn't happen.
And that's
but Kendrick
true.
And, J. Cole don't. It's not like they have a beef with each other. But back then, them two, I don't want to be good.
Hip hop would have been totally different, I believe, if they would have made an album instead of made diss tracks at each other. But, that's...
But they still made more money off their diss tracks.
Yes, they did. But that kind of then started hip hop on that trend of this is what sells now. You see what I'm saying?
They was that before that.
Yeah, that's true. But they could have altered hip hop's path if they would have done a song together instead of going at each other. But that's how hip hop is.
You gotta think about how it is. That's how it is.
That's how hip hop is.
You gonna make money beefing and you are uniting.
That's why I say you might not want to pit J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar against each other, but that's how hip hop is. Hip hop pits you because you're an act. The one thing that separates hip hop from any other genre is you're in it to be the best. I want to be acknowledged as the best of this craft. I don't think, heavy metal or gospel, that's not what drives them. That's not their motivating factor. Hip hop is, I want to be the best.
Yeah, but what if neither one of them are thinking about being the best? They're just trying to spread the word.
You can say you don't want to be the best. You cannot.
You want to be good. You
but
want everybody to hear you. You want to be on top. But what if there's somebody right there beside you on top and you can acknowledge that? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's not always trying to beat somebody else to get to the top. You want to be at the top. That's where you want to be. But if both of y'all like in the same type of genre and doing the same thing, trying to spread the same word, it's not a competition anymore. It's just, coming together and do what you need to do. Because sometimes it's like that now.
Not competitive, creative.
Yeah,
basically.
Creative and not competitive.
Yeah.
Creative and not competitive.
Because I'm pretty sure if them two would actually do something together, that'll make a whole bunch of money. Because they're going to be like, oh my God, these two together, they both spit about the same thing. They both speaking truths. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear what they got to say together. People will listen to that.
They will, but it's been 10 years now. There's no side of it. I think J. Cole had a song and Kendrick was on the ad-libs, but no bars. Or he was on the hook. We'll see what comes.
He was on it.
Yeah, he was on it.
Oh, I think I stopped right here. Holcomb is not for everyone. True story. Yes, he appeals to a very specific audience. Same difference. Kendrick is more aggressive with it, and Cole is smoother. That's that West Coast, East Coast shit, personally. That's all that is. They are equals. Can't really distinguish. I couldn't choose because it really depends on my mood at the time. They both go hard. Mm-hmm. They don't like for people to tell the truth. Oh, my favorite podcast.
Not to cut you off. We'll be doing giveaways eventually. Once we get our stuff together, we'll be giving giveaways.
Yes.
Share my bid. Share my
It depends on the mood. I don't want to hear either in the club. Peace.
I already know who. Does that mean?
Nah, you don't know who that is.
Oh,
that's my partner in crime.
I got multiple pieces. Oh, I was getting
Just Budha, the album.
Does that take away from them because you don't want to hear them in the club?
No, because when last time you been to a club? When last time you been to the club?
Well, it hasn't been this year.
You see what I'm saying? When last time you been to the club?
Hasn't been this year.
Branson is not babysitting tonight.
Nah, Branson's
sipping though.
Y'all are bad influences on him. I know this Mr. I don't drink. Dude, look at him.
And I go back to work tomorrow. I've been off umpteen days.
The same thing with Common. He's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
He deserves the verses.
They already did mixtape on each other's beats, though.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, last year, I remember, when you were writing, when people were listing their 50 favorite MCs. So are we just going to write J. Cole and Kendrick together? That's how we're going to do it. Just let me know ahead of time when we do the GOAT list next year. We just write J. Cole / Kendrick Lamar. They just come together. That's what everybody's telling me. They're a pack. Cool. Say less. Say less.
Hip hop is more competitive. Hip hop is about bravado. It's the fans that put artists against each other. You know
no, it's not. No, it's not.
Bullshit.
That's all they got.
Listen at you.
Like I said.
Your page is full of this shit.
Like I said. When
one gotta go.
When
it be the top fucking hits from every damn generation. One gotta go. Like,
damn, this one gotta go.
This is part what you were created to. One of them gotta go. Like, what? Really?
Like I always say, hip-hop is the only genre of music where you can do a collaboration, have somebody come in, hey, would you come in and do a song with me? And all their bars be "this is about you." Like, straight up and down. Name another genre that happens. Name in hip-hop, And we've seen it.
How many genres do you really listen to and break down the bars like that, though?
Exactly.
You never seen a behind.
That's not what I asked you, yo. That's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you.
Hear a behind the story.
Oh my God.
Jodeci and
politicians.
And what
you
you
don't even
call
want
it?
to put. Don't even mention Jodeci.
JoJo sitting there writing
Politicians.
diss tracks about what you call on the lowest. Yeah, I was talking about him. He just didn't know it. Stuff like that. Like, you don't hear that in other genres. In rap, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's my other favorite? The Biggie Locks one, when the Locks are throwing at Biggie left and right on the same track, just lob the disses at Biggie. Only in hip hop.
But a lot of the people didn't even catch it until they really explained what was going on. Fucking decade later, nigga, like fuck out of here.
But
what?
You being somebody who writes hip hop, has been writing hip hop for a long time. You knew what that was.
Hey, we're not talking about me. We're not talking about me.
We're talking about Biggie and the Locks, right?
Yeah, but no, what I'm saying is he heard the song, he's saying people don't know, but
some people don't know. Like even now, if you're not really ingrained deep, a lot of rappers that are talking about each other now, I have no clue what they talking about.
I don't care about nothing.
And that's a whole nother element. But I'm just like, they be like, yo, man, he was throwing darts at so-and-so because he said this. And I'm like, well, he didn't say anything that stood out to me.
So that's why we do the 50 best artists. And like I said, J. Cole and Kendrick, they just go together. When we do our 50 favorite artists, they just go together because we can't separate them. That's what I've been told. So, and before I go on, because we're getting ready to hit the freaky deaky, before I go on, one of the best battles in hip hop, Beanie Siegel, Jada.
Ooh, and Jada by far.
Go look it up. I know some people don't. People always, I see the Beanie versus Jada. Beanie Siegel and Jadakiss did have songs dissing each other. Go look it up. It's the best battle for my money in hip hop history. That is just bars.
Bro, that whole state property locks. Man, that was a boy. Look, I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas.
Look, as simple and that's it. Like, yo, he sounds good, but he will not sound better than me.
I don't think it's the fans, it's media and marketing because that's what makes money. I mean, I'm all up in their conversation. I'm good. Deep in their conversation. I think it's both. I think both. It's like LeBron and Jordan fans. Pitting niggas against each other for no reason instead of appreciating what they bring.
I mean, you do appreciate it, but it's natural. Who's the best? It's not. It's more respect than anything else. It's not like we ain't bringing up what was my Harold Miner against Jordan?
Oh, shit.
It's a respect.
That's who had a better ball head, I guess. I don't know. Like,
if you shea butter, the other you coconut oil. You don't know.
If you respect two people enough at their craft, it's only natural to pit them against each other. That's just like it's with cars too. We pit cars against each other.
No, some cars are a piece of shit. Now let's not.
I mean, but look. Some basketball players are. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just saying, if you're the best at your craft, we're going to compare you. It's a respect thing more than anything else.
I hate it. Both can be great. You were told wrong. Nowadays, that like you can't like one without hating the other. Exactly. That is so confusing to me. Like, why can't you just appreciate what they bring?
Right.
Because some of them really are great, and there's no reason to get rid of any of them. But there's some other people who don't even deserve, or who don't even get mentioned for that matter. You know what I mean?
I mean, like I said, I don't think you want to get. I never get rid of anybody in those little picks. It's just like they deserve, like I say, the accolades. They're so good at what they do. Who gotta go? And it's just that simple. So I don't know. You want to do an intermission and then jump into the freaky deaky because I got some good comment. I got some good topics tonight. You know what I'm saying? You need to refill your drink. I need to go put some more in my